Welcome to On The Fence, the show that's about helping you decide whether or not to spend your hard-earned money on the biggest and possibly best releases in mini form. God, Nick, clear the sand out of your vagina. We're going to Egypt.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Holy crap. I am tired of saying welcome to On The Fence.
Soundboard.
I could just cut and paste. Oh yeah, I did that in the game club, by the way.
Good.
Yes, Assassin's Creed Origins. We're looking at that shit today.
Maybe it's because we just did the Mario Odyssey one, but my brain instantly thought you were going to say Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I was just like, no, that's not right.
I want that crossover now of Mario aerial assassinating a Goomba really violently.
See, as we're thinking, do you want Mario in the Assassin's Creed world, or do you want the assassin in the Mario world? Just fucking shanking Bowser. Hans, what is Assassin's Creed Origins?
Assassin's Creed Origins is another Assassin's Creed game. I know, they're still making them. So it's the same sort of third-person action stealth sort of thing. There are different synchronization points to help you unlock a map. There is combat, and yeah, it's an Assassin's Creed game. Let's talk about story, because Nick, there's a story in Assassin's Creed. Would you like to take a guess what the story's about?
It's about Egypt.
Well, you're not far off.
Do you knock the Sphinx's nose off?
No, not that I know of.
God damn it.
So, again, like Mario, stop me if you've heard this one before. You, BYTE, are out to avenge your dead son, aka a dead family member, aka the exact same plot of Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed 3.
Was it?
And yeah, your village gets killed.
That's not your family.
Your parents are in your village.
No, one of them was.
Yeah, oh
Your
sorry,
other
one.
one's a fucking Templar. In one of the
I-
best twists in video games.
But yes, that to me, they are retreading similar ground here, and they're not doing as well as it's been done in previous ones. And BYTE is bipolar. It's the only way to describe him. Like, literally within the space of one scene, he caves someone's skull in, carves his name off his arm, then the next scene, sees his best mate and gives him a hug and is having a good laugh with him. The guy has several issues. But yes, so you're out to avenge. Essentially, it's like a cult. It's heavily implied the Pharaoh knows about it, and chances are you're going to kill the Pharaoh at some point, because it's Assassin's Creed. And Assassin's Creed, you have to kill at least one really famous person. So yeah, the story is the same shit we've kind of seen before.
What does Origins add to the long-running Assassin's Creed series, Hans?
They have added some new stuff, because they add new stuff every year. But there's been some good additions this year. So, for example, obviously there's a lot of traveling stuff on this via horseback or camelback. They've actually put in a new feature. I think they've kind of learnt their lesson from Syndicate, which is there's like an auto travel button now, similar to Red Dead Redemption, which is you hold the button down and the animal you're riding just goes forward and follows a set path. That obviously makes like horse combat and stuff a lot easier, and it also means you can enjoy kind of cutscenes or dialogues that's happening while you're riding with someone. So that's pretty awesome. They've also changed the combat. So obviously every year people complain, oh, the combat's just wait until someone attacks and then counter, and that's not what we want. So for better or worse, they've changed the combat so it does feel completely different. Less parrying. Like I don't think there is a counter ability, but that's not until you unlock it via the skill tree. It is very much a case of, you said it yourself, it's like the combat is similar to a Witcher 3 almost feel, where you've got heavy attacks, you've got light attacks. You have to, depending on what your opponent's like, you have to think of different. So if it's a shield opponent, you have to focus on heavy attacks to disarm their shield and then kill them like that. I personally am not a fan of it. I thought there was nothing wrong with the previous combat, and I don't think even though they've gone for a Witcher 3-esque vibe, they haven't nailed it as well as Witcher 3 did. Also, they have the attack buttons located to the bumper and trigger, which just feels weird to me. Their dodge button is mapped to X like it always has been, but to me, your attack buttons should be part of the face buttons. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Unless it's a shooter, yes.
One of the issues I do have is in a lot of ways, it's not a great sequel in that it doesn't add anything. In fact, it's taken away quite a lot of stuff from Syndicate. So do you remember in Syndicate, there was the assassination missions were like a set standalone level almost?
Yes.
So like you would have there's these two targets and they're having a party, and essentially the city was there and it was set in the city, but if you went too far away from it, it would desynchronize you. I liked those because I believe they felt like a Hitman sort of mission, because there was opportunities to make the level easier, or push come to shove, you could just go in, kill everyone, and be about your business. They've taken that away, and it feels like the assassination missions are a big anticlimax now. There's no spectacle to them. I understand maybe they want to go for a more natural feeling gameplay, but whenever you do that, you're on the risk of it feeling very generic. Some of the best set pieces in games aren't just stuff that happens, they're handcrafted. Look at Uncharted 4. Uncharted has some of the biggest spectacles in all of all video games, and it's because they're crafted meticulously. Yes, you can maybe get some funny moments with kind of more natural flow gameplay, with your Far Cries and stuff like that. They do run the risk of them just feeling generic, and this is what happens in this. It feels so generic. Also, I think, obviously this is called Origins because it's about the Brotherhood or the Assassins being formed. So there's no Assassin's Blade that I have noticed thus far. So you don't actually assassinate anyone, you just curb stomp them.
Even better.
So yeah, in terms of a sequel, it's not very good because it seems to take away a lot more stuff than it adds. The other thing they've kind of brought in is a night and day system, which they really want to focus on. Because they seem to want you to use it in such a way that, some places are easier to get into at day and other ones are easier to get into at night. And they want you to seem to use that as a strategy thing, but you don't really need to.
If I was on the fence about Assassin's Creed Origins, what would you say to me, Hans?
If you are the sort of person that buys Assassin's Creed religiously because they want them some face neck stabbing fun, yeah, buy this. It's not a bad game. It's not Unity where it's a technical mess, and it's not Assassin's Creed 3 where it's just shit. It is a fun, stabby time with some nice areas to look at, and yeah, it's fun. However, if you're looking for a game to get back into Assassin's Creed, I would not recommend this. I would say go buy Syndicate instead. Assassin's Creed Syndicate is a far better game. It's set in a far more interesting time, more fleshed out mechanics, with more interesting story, and it's cheaper. Which at the bottom line is what's most important. So those are my opinions. Those are my pigeons.
Those are my pigeons.
Those are my opinions on Assassin's Creed Origins. Currently available on PC, I nearly said Microsoft Windows again, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, ranging from, I'm going to say, £45, because I can't be bothered checking. Thank you, Nick.
No problem.